grew up. And then Marky's kids came down, and they would have been about 15. And they looked, I mean, they looked like James Dean. You know, I said then if they would have come to Hollywood, they could have made it in a minute just being James Dean's cousins.
And it's amazing what you find too. If you go, if you know home where Dean's body was taken on Paso Robles, about a block away from that is a little place that's called Clifton Motel. And now it's an apartment complex. Coincidentally, that was where the year before DiMaggio and Marilyn Monroe spent their first night as husband and wife, driving out to the desert from San Francisco. Sometimes you're close to things, and again, these little brushes with places. It got too late, so they stopped after 7.
I got a question, Chris. Of all the places you've been and documented in all your books, how many books? 7, 8 books? How many books altogether have you written?
I've done a total of 18 books. 18. The ones that focus in this genre, about 6 or 7, that are really dedicated to pop culture travel and the idea of if you want to go stand someplace and learn the story of either, dedicated to that.
My question is, all the sites, I'm sorry, of all the sites you've been to, this might be a difficult question, I've never really asked you, I've never heard you say, is there one that just stands out as the most profound place that you've been to or stood at?
It shifts depending on my mood. I will tell you the Robert Kennedy site, because of what happened when I was a kid, and again, I know it sounds sort of corny, but I love this teacher I had, Miss Duff. And watching her go, she was this really charming, very beautiful, and to watch her go through this sort of thing where she transformed and just melted down, that planted a seed of going to the Ambassador Hotel. I know that sounds strange, but I always wanted to do that. The other place, though, again, I'm a really big baseball fan, and in particular, a big Babe Ruth fan. Babe Ruth is laid to rest where I grew up in Westchester County, New York. He's buried maybe 20 minutes from the David Patton Cemetery, right there where James Hagley is. It's very Ayn Rand and Federal Street. But anyway, I used to go there. I played a lot of baseball as a kid, and every August 16th, the anniversary of his death, and my mom would drive me there. I'd walk up the hill by myself, very kind of ceremonial. I would take my Yankee hat that I wore all year, and I'd leave it at the grave. Then we'd go buy a new Yankee hat. I'd wear it all year. I'm playing it. Next August 16th, do the same thing. That's for 5 years. So Babe Ruth remains very fun figure for me. The spot that really gets me though, Babe Ruth was taken by an orphanage at age 8, I think. St. Mary's School for Boys in Baltimore, Maryland. It's a boys' high school there. And there's a field where he first was given a bat and a ball. And that to me, I can't even talk about it. Because when you see it, there's 2 pictures of it that were taken. And the actor Fred Willard, I don't know if you know Fred Willard. Yeah. I know. And Fred is like deeper into this stuff than I am to a certain degree, especially when it comes to baseball. And he's really good at lining things up. We've done this together many times of going to baseball fields. And he found these 2 great photos of Babe Ruth as a kid. And I went there years ago, found that spot, he stood on that field and thought, this was where, it was basically, you know, Babe Ruth changed like baseball. He restored national faith after blocks after blocks. You do a whole lot of Babe Ruth. But I think, you know, again, I have a lot of sites that are special. That one is really special to me as a kid. That nobody wanted. That this one brother Matthias took a liking to us. You know what? This kid's got some potential. That to me is like, that's pure Americana. And it's a beautiful spot, and that's very special.